There's a specific group of business owners who felt almost nothing during the last recession. No panic, no layoff notice, no scrambling to update a resume. While headlines screamed about inflation and hiring freezes, their phone kept ringing with the same customers it always had. It wasn't luck. It wasn't a stock tip. It was the type of business they picked years before anyone was talking about a recession at all. Before we get into it, a quick introduction for anyone new here. I'm Jasmine. I hold a degree in business strategy and transformation, and for the past 7 years, I've studied how everyday people build or protect their wealth, especially when the economy turns against everyone else. And in that research, one pattern keeps showing up. The businesses that survive downturns almost never look exciting. They look boring, necessary, and slightly annoying to think about. Let's start with the numbers, because without data, this is just an opinion. According to Bureau of Labor Statistics data, roughly half of all small businesses close within 5 years, even in a normal economy. But that number isn't evenly spread. Businesses tied to discretionary spending, restaurants, boutique retail, trendy subscription boxes, get hit hardest when a recession lands. Businesses tied to constant, unavoidable needs barely notice. That gap is the entire idea behind this video. 20 businesses that keep getting paid no matter what the headlines say. Let's get into them. Plumbing and drain repair. A pipe doesn't care what the economy is doing. It bursts. It clogs. It floods a kitchen at 2 a.m., and the homeowner has no choice but to pay someone to fix it that day. Emergency repair work like this holds its pricing power even in a downturn because the alternative, a flooded house, is far more expensive than the repair itself. Appliance repair. When money gets tight, people stop replacing washers and refrigerators and start repairing them instead. That shift actually increases demand for repair technicians during a recession, even as appliance sales fall. HVAC maintenance. Heating and cooling systems don't pause because of a downturn, and a $150 maintenance visit twice a year is far easier to justify than a $6,000 replacement unit, which is exactly why maintenance contracts hold steady when installations slow down. Auto repair. Fewer people buy new cars in a recession. More people keep their old car running longer, which means mechanics and repair shops often get busier, not slower, right as new car dealers struggle. Locksmith services. Emergencies don't check the stock market before they happen. Lockouts, broken keys, and lost access still happen at the same rate no matter what's going on in the economy. And clients pay premium rates without hesitation because the need is immediate. Grocery delivery and errand services. When people cut back on eating out, they still need groceries, and a growing number pay someone else to handle the shopping and driving because their own time becomes more valuable as they take on extra work to cover the gap. Debt collection and repossession services. Uncomfortable to say out loud, but true. As missed payments rise during a downturn, demand for these services rises directly alongside it. It's one of the few categories that moves in the opposite direction of the broader economy. Pawn shops and resale services. When cash gets tight, people sell what they own instead of buying new. Pawn shops and consignment businesses see foot traffic climb during recessions as both sellers looking for quick cash and buyers looking for discounts show up at the same time. Discount and bulk grocery retail. Spending doesn't disappear in a recession, it redirects. Shoppers trade name brands for store brands and full-price grocers for discount chains, which is exactly why discount retail tends to outperform premium retail when budgets tighten. Laundromats. Not everyone owns a washer and dryer, and the people who rely on laundromats the most are often the ones least likely to be affected by a downturn in discretionary spending, because doing laundry was never discretionary to begin with. Vending machines and micro-retail. Small, low-cost purchases, snacks, drinks, basic supplies, barely register against a shrinking budget, which is why vending revenue tends to stay remarkably flat compared to big-ticket retail during a recession. Funeral and estate services. This is one nobody wants to think about, but death doesn't pause for a recession. Funeral homes, estate liquidators, and probate-related services see demand that's almost entirely disconnected from the state of the economy. Childcare and after-school care. When both parents need to work, sometimes because a household just lost one income and needs to replace it fast, childcare stops being optional. Demand for reliable, affordable childcare often rises during economic stress rather than falling. Tax preparation and bookkeeping. Taxes are due every year regardless of what the market is doing, and during downturns, More people and small businesses turn to bookkeepers to help them find savings and avoid costly mistakes, which actually grows this category rather than shrinking it. Property management. As homeownership becomes harder to afford, more people rent, and rental properties still need someone collecting payments, coordinating repairs, and screening tenants no matter what's happening on Wall Street. Pest control. Termites, rodents, and insects don't check unemployment numbers before showing up. Pest problems left untreated get dramatically more expensive, so this service keeps its recurring contracts even when households are cutting back elsewhere. Self-storage, downsizing, moving in with family, or renting out a room to cover expenses all create the same side effect: people need somewhere to put their stuff. Self-storage occupancy has historically held up well during downturns precisely because it becomes a tool people use to reduce housing costs. Mobile notary and loan signing services. Refinancing and loan activity shift during a downturn. They don't disappear. Distressed sales, short sales, and loan modifications all require a notary at the closing table, keeping demand steady even when the housing market slows. Septic and sewer services. A backed-up septic system isn't something a homeowner can put off until the economy improves. This is one of the clearest examples on this list of a need that stays completely disconnected from income levels. Repossession and towing services. As missed auto loan payments increase during a downturn, so does the volume of vehicle repossessions, making this one of the more uncomfortable but statistically reliable categories on this list. Now here's something worth noticing. None of these 20 depend on people feeling confident about the future. They depend on people needing something fixed, needing something stored, needing something handled, regardless of how they feel about the economy. That's the actual definition of recession-proof. Not immune to slow periods, but tied to a need that doesn't disappear when confidence does. 3 mistakes people make when trying to recession-proof their income. Mistake 1. Assuming recession-proof means recession-immune. Even the businesses on this list see fluctuations. What they don't see is the complete collapse that hits trend-driven businesses. Expect steadiness, not immunity. Mistake 2. Waiting for a recession to start before getting into one of these businesses. The businesses that thrive in a downturn are almost always the ones that were already established with a client base before the downturn hit. Starting from zero in the middle of a recession is a much harder climb. Mistake 3. Picking a category without checking local demand. A pest control business in a region with no pest problems, or a self-storage business in an area with plenty of vacant large homes, won't perform the same way the national data suggests. Demand is always local before it's anything else. Which of these 20 fits you? If you have limited capital, look at services built around your own labor and basic tools: appliance repair, locksmith work once certified, or pest control. If you have more capital and less time because you're still working elsewhere, self-storage or vending machine routes, let the asset work while you're somewhere else. If your strength is organization rather than physical work, property management, bookkeeping, or estate services, put that skill to direct use. Let me close with 2 people. Sarah spent years running a boutique home decor shop, a business she loved, built around a growing economy, and a steady stream of shoppers who enjoyed spending on things they didn't strictly need. When the last downturn hit, that spending vanished almost overnight, and so did most of her revenue. Marcus ran a small pest control route he'd built up slowly over 4 years, servicing the same neighborhoods month after month. When the same downturn hit his city, his phone didn't go quiet. Termites didn't care that the market had dropped. His contracts renewed exactly as they always had, and he actually picked up new customers that year as larger competitors cut back on service routes to save money. The difference between Sarah and Marcus was never work ethic. Both of them worked hard. The difference was the source of the demand each one built their business around. One needed people to feel optimistic. The other only needed pipes to leak and bugs to show up. If you made it this far, tell me in the comments which of these 20 surprised you the most, or if you already know someone quietly running one of them. If this video helped you think about your own income differently, hit like so it reaches more people, and subscribe for more videos like this every week. I'm Jasmine, and I'll see you in the next one.